Namaste children. Today we are going to see a topic on compound interest. According to the Einstein theory, compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. Now we are going to see how the compound interest is connected to our real life situations and how can we find out the compound interest using pattern language. Let us watch a story where compound interest is used.
Once there was a king known for his generosity and keeping his word. A notorious and shrewd prisoner awaiting his death sentence was brought in front of him. The king was at that time playing a game of chess. "What is your last wish?"
Your Majesty, I wish to make provision for my family to survive after my death.
"Well, tell me what you want."
Give me the number of grains of rice on the last square of the chessboard. If a single grain was kept on the first square and then doubled on every neighboring square, that is, 1 on the first, 2 on the second, 4th on the third, 8 on the fourth, 16 on the fifth, and so on until the 64th square, and I shall give it to my family before I die.
Wish granted. The king ordered his ministers to have the amount of rice calculated and given to the prisoner. But he was in for a rude shock. The amount calculated was so large that the king lost his entire kingdom and was indebted to the prisoner all his life.
Let us find the number of grains given to the prisoner family. In order to find the total number of grains, we need to follow certain pattern rather than moving from first square of the chessboard to the last square. Let us try to find pattern on how birds fly in the sky. With the help of this pattern, we could be able to find the pattern in the story. Here we are going to look at number of birds flying in the each row. First row, second row, third row, fourth row. In a first row, one bird is flying. In a second row, two birds are flying. In a third row, three birds are flying. In a fourth row, four birds are flying, and so on. 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. If the birds are flying in the same pattern in the sky, it's look like a natural number. 1, 2, 3, 4. The numbers are represented differently as 1 can be expressed as 1 into 1, 2 can be expressed as 1 into 2, 3 can be expressed 1 into 3, and so on. Here 1, 1, 1, 1. This 1 is not changing the numbers, so we can say that 1 is a constant, and multiplication symbol also is not changing, and 1, 2, 3, 4, these are all changing numbers. So changing numbers means we can give any variable except O, because O looks like 0. So now here we can give the variable as n. So that is n. General form of a natural number, that is pattern is n. Here we are going to look at number of birds flying in consecutive rows. First row, second row, third row, fourth row. First row, one bird is flying. The sum of first row and second row, 3 birds are flying. The sum of first row, second row, third row, 5 birds are flying. And fourth row, 7 birds are flying, and so on. Now here each row 2 is added. If the birds are flying in this pattern in the sky, it's look like an odd number. The odd numbers are represented differently as 1 equal to 2 into 1 because each row 2 is added. So we can multiply 2 into 1. We need to get 1, so minus 1. Next, second number 3 equal to 2 into 2, that is 4. So 4 minus 1, 3, and so on. 2, 2, 2, 2. The 2 is a constant, it is not changing, and the multiplication symbol also is not changing. So last pattern we can see that 1, 2, 3, 4 is the natural number pattern is n, and all the minus symbol is not changing, so minus and 1, which is equal to 2n minus 1. Now we are going to see how the chessboard number patterns is going to arrive. In the first squares is double the neighboring squares. That means in the first square you are having 1 gram, you need to double the second square and double the third square from the second square. So 1, 2 into 2, so you will get 4 grains. And next, double the third square. So 1, 2, 3, so 1. So if you continue this pattern, you get our focus is how many grains are going to be placed in 64th square. 1 grain in the first square, double the neighboring square in the second, and double the third square from the second square, and double the neighboring square from the third square. So here this is the first square. We will take the first square number and double. We will take the second square amount of value, multiply by 2, and we will take the third square amount of value, multiply by 2. And fourth square and multiply by 2. So this is a rule we need to find. The situation is given. So now the pattern for this is, so this can be written as 2 to the power of 0, that is 1. And this can be written as, the 1 can be written as 2 to the power of 0. 1 into 2, 2 to the power of 1. This can be written as 2 to the power of 2. And this numbers 2 into 2 into 2, that in exponents form, that is 2 cube. That is 2 to the power of 4, etc. So up to n number of squares if we have, that is 2 to the power of, now the number is started from 0, 1, 2, etc. So this is a whole number. So the general form of the whole number is n minus 1. Now we can see here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, these are the exponents. So here we will get n minus 1. So 2 to the power of n minus 1 is the general form of the n number of squares in a grid, any grid. So our situation is the last grid in a square is 64. So 2 to the power of n minus 1. So 64 square, that is 2 to the power of 64 minus 1, it will become 2 to the power of 62. The value of 2 to the power of 3 number of grains are placed in a square. You may wonder how the story is connected to the compound interest. Here in the first square, the number of grains as 1, that is the principal, and the number of squares the first square has taken as a second square as the amount, and we multiply it by 2, and the number of grains in the second square that has to be taken as a principal for the third square, and the total number of grains has taken the principal for the fourth square multiplied by 2, and the total amount of grains has taken the principal for the fifth square. So here this 2 is the interest. So the principal plus the interest, we will get the amount. If you take into the real life context, that is in a banking, so what they have done, they have taken our principal, what amount we are depositing, they have taken as a principal amount, they will give some interest, and they are adding, you will get the amount. So the principal amount and the interest, if we add, we will get the amount. So this is in case if you have the first year, you will get the principal plus interest, you will get the amount. In this way, all the loans are calculated in the banking sectors. So today we have learned about compound interest and how the compound interest is calculated using the chessboard pattern. Thanks for watching the video. Thank you.